listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV network. Now, the largest new media platform on the web and your number one source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith. Johnson.
From the AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AFTERBUZZ TV's The Carrie Diaries After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's The Carrie Diaries After Show.
Hey, Carrie Diaries fans. Bing is for doing, and we're doing another after show for the Carrie Diaries, Season 1, Episode 9, The Great Unknown. I'm your host, Danica Kennedy, and here with me today is...
Hi, I'm Anik Dufour.
Hey guys, I'm Annika Michelle.
What'd you guys think of the episode?
It was good, a lot going on. A lot of different mini stories at the same time. It was interesting.
Yeah, I thought it was a good episode. I feel like the show is growing and getting better and better progressively. What do you guys think?
I do too. I feel like some people need to give it a shot. You know,
give it a
really
better
like
try.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been watching the ratings on IMDb, and it's kind of just like zigzagging back and forth. But this week it looked like it went up a little bit again.
That's
so
good.
Crossing our fingers for another season.
Yes.
But first off, let's talk about Mouse and West. And I just have to get this off my chest. They're such the token Asian and the token black guy characters.
Yeah.
Totally. And he even made a reference about that. Like, oh, you're the, you know, I'm from the single family household, you know, the single parent. You're the Asian with the two parents, you know, and trying to compete and all this stuff. It's like so kind of stereotypical, but like, you know.
It was so stereotyped. I bet every Asian or black person at home was rolling their eyes when they would see them come on the screen. This show's definitely geared towards white people, I think.
Yeah.
But Mouse met West, or they've known each other for a while, but she hasn't become obsessed with him till this episode, basically, because he knows how to solve the Rubik's Cube really quickly, and she is very, you know, the entitled genius of her class.
She's very competitive. So
Yes.
anything that will go like after her, she's like, I gotta be there.
Yeah, and she found out that she isn't first of her class and that he is, and he plays 3 different sports.
3 sports.
And he has a single mom and
takes care of his brother.
brother.
Does the homeless shelter thing on the weekend for the blind. Like,
he's like the perfect person.
Yeah.
And Mouse just can't handle it, so she has to beat him at something. Hopefully the grades, but she decides to have a Rubik's Cube challenge, which that would be really hard for me. I have to say.
Yeah, I think it's hard for
can't do
everybody.
Yeah.
They solve it so quick. I was like, that's not realistic. It doesn't take 5 seconds.
No.
They like switched off the Rubik's Cube. Like, look,
Yeah.
I got it.
New prop.
Yeah.
That was quick.
Prop
It
guy.
just blinked.
Yeah.
But I thought it was. Mouse was so annoying, though, in that scene where they're at the diner gonna have this Rubik's Cube off, and she's like sweating and running up and down the diner, and everyone's like, this girl's crazy.
Yeah.
What
I
do
mean,
you
I
think
would have
about
looked
that?
at her. Like,
Yeah.
she was crazy. It's like,
She
what are you
is,
doing?
kind of.
Well, yeah, she is. She's a little bit overachiever for, like, my taste.
She's a lot of bit overachiever.
A lot of it. That's true. Yeah. I mean, that's why she ended her relationship, was because
Of the
she
grades.
just wanted to focus on school so much. And I wonder if she was first in the class and slipped because of the boyfriend situation.
But like, I feel like, I mean, just kind of, we all kind of remember a Mouse from our high school. Like, we all remember that person, that girl that just wanted to be studied, you know, tried to maybe got a date or two, and had, like, I know people in my high school who broke off their relationships because they got a B+, an 89 instead of like 100, and they were freaking out. So I see how they get these stories and stuff. It's just hilarious to me because I'm like, there's people out there like that still in school, you know?
I was kind of wondering while watching their scenes together, I was like, I wonder if she's going to develop a crush on him or something.
I was thinking that too.
Yeah.
Or like, if I feel like maybe he'll maybe not develop, but like, I feel like a make-out session is definitely coming up because all this competitiveness and the, you know, hormones racing.
They're bound to, like, jump on each other.
I think so too. It's either like they're going to attack each other for being mad that one's better, or they're going to just like passionately hook up or something.
Something's gonna happen.
Well, they have
Something
chemistry. I think they have chemistry.
I think they do too. And he's so like, he knows that he's good at everything, but he rubs it in her face, not because he's trying to be an asshole, but because he just knows how to play her, I think, and be like, oh, you could say goodbye to Harvard and Princeton because those are my schools now and stuff. And I don't think he's actually like a mean guy. I think he just wants to push her buttons and kind of
And he
anger
knows
her.
exactly how to do it too.
Yeah. It's like the game. Playing the game.
Exactly.
Well, should we talk about Walt and Donna's relationship?
Yes.
That was
one last thing. Sorry about Mouse and West.
Yeah, go
thing.
for it.
Last thing. During the Rubik's Cube competition, I just thought it was hilarious that she showed up in a sweatsuit, a matching red jacket, red pants, the little white headband thing. Like
So
she's
80s too.
She's about to like sweat it up doing this Rubik's Cube. It was just that just cracked me up. I had to share it. Anyways,
cute
go
Eye
on.
of the Tiger.
Yeah.
80s Rocky.
I know, right?
So it was
Makes
funny
it way
to me.
more intense.
There you go.
That's the music for the Rubik's Cube
Yeah.
scene. I thought that was funny too. And I thought it was really weird that it was at the diner. It's like you can't just do it at lunch at school.
Right.
Just like take a minute.
Yeah.
Since you're so fast at doing it anyways.
Exactly. It
I
was
thought
just
it was
funny to
funny.
me.
Yeah.
But sorry, Walt and Donna going on.
Yes. Walt and Donna. Okay, so that didn't last long.
No.
But
I
did
mean,
we expect it to?
No, we're not surprised.
No.
I don't think anyone at home is surprised either.
Yeah, and it was really interesting with him because she actually seemed to like him a lot and was into their relationship, because I remember we were all talking about last week or the week before that she's just doing it to make people jealous and kind of, it's one of her games. But I think she actually enjoys spending time with him.
Yeah.
And, they're giving each other massages.
Right,
and
because it's like kind of like her best friend type
Gay
of
best
thing.
friend.
Gay
Yeah,
best friend,
exactly.
I think it's cute. And, I mean, she like figured out that he's gay, which I feel like he was kind of shocked about. He didn't know how to respond because he doesn't even really know that he's gay. He's just knows that he doesn't like girls, it seems like, because he hasn't hooked up with any guys yet.
Girls.
Wait, he hasn't hooked up with any guys, right?
But we were discussing this. Did he
Wait,
hook
did he?
up? No, he hasn't hooked up with guys.
Oh,
no.
okay.
No,
But
no.
he probably needs to. I hope that
Yes.
comes up in the next couple
Finale.
episodes. Yeah. When Donna first asked him, because she's trying to seduce him in this sexy little lingerie outfit, and he's just not down. Like, hey, you're blocking the movie I'm trying to watch. And she's like, everyone wants to do me. Are you, like,
What's
gay,
wrong with
or
you?
What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
And he basically says, I don't like having sex with girls. Like, I don't want to. And she says, are you gay? And he I could tell he kind of was like, oh, I don't know how to answer this. But she was super understanding. She was like, my brother's gay. He lives in Los Angeles, and I keep the secret. I won't tell anyone.
Yeah.
But we should break up because I like having sex, but we can still be friends.
Yeah.
Which was really nice. It was good to see that side of Donna.
Yeah, and they can still go to the mall too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They can still shop together, which they did in this episode. But
Shopping buddies. I think every girl needs a gay best friend, by the way.
It's so great.
It's so much fun.
Yeah, they're great. They're amazing.
I have mine. Matt, if you're watching.
I have mine too. I love them.
Love it. But yeah, and then they go back to school, and the best part is that the whole reason they broke up was because his penis was too big to
I
handle.
know. I thought that was a really clever way to because she could have gone many Donna ways with this and made it his life a living hell at school and stuff, but she didn't, and she decided to boost his ego up in the process. And what guy doesn't like to have that rumor going around for them?
I know.
So,
She helped him
true or
out.
not.
It
She helped
funny.
him out in that part.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, it was nice of her, per se.
It was so funny how they did that scene too, because it wasn't just people gossiping. It was Carrie and Mouse talking about it, and he walks up. He's like, "Are you guys talking about my penis?" And they're like,
yeah.
So
It was funny.
awkward. Well, do you guys have anything else to touch on that topic?
I just liked when he pushed her off the bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
It
thought
was
that
funny.
It was good. I wrote something. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. No, that's pretty much covered it. It was interesting because I think he was in shock when she asked, because no one straight out asked him that question,
Yeah.
are you gay?
Kind of shocking.
No one straight out just asked it, and people have assumed, I'm sure, and people have made their guesses, but that was the first time that we heard someone asking him, and I'm sure the first time that he's heard it, so kind of whoa.
Yeah. It's funny too. I noticed this. We always talk about her lips and her boobs, but there was this one shot. I don't know if you guys saw this, but they're facing each other and it's a full body shot. And she has the biggest butt ever.
Oh, yeah,
I
she
was
has
like,
a huge butt, too.
Damn.
This girl's got just curves. I mean, like, lips, boobs, butt.
Perfect
Got it,
casting
girl.
for, like, the hot, slutty,
Yeah.
bitchy girl because she has the right body for
No,
that. Like,
she-
skinny with big boobs and
Big
big
butt
butt
and big lips.
Yeah. Do we think it's real?
I don't know.
I think the butt's real.
You think
the,
so?
The butt,
I don't
probably,
know.
but like the boobs and the lips.
The lips, I could say, could possibly be injected because they're so big.
They're so big.
Yeah.
We should look up her ethnicity and see where
Well,
she's from.
I was telling her, I saw her Instagram, like her personal Instagram account, and she had like, she didn't look as big, like with big boobs and big butt and stuff in her Instagram account, but
They might do it on the show, you know.
Yeah, just to
Maybe
make
they
it
should
bigger.
do like
Cut
a
lips.
pump like those like lipstick.
okay,
that
but
pumps
those
your lips
plumper
up.
things don't plump that much.
Yeah.
But she may have big lips. to
That's
begin
true.
with.
Or they stick like the cotton underneath.
Underneath.
Yeah.
They do that in shows sometimes, or the Vaseline. Or
Yeah, there's
Maybe
just
they have
many
some
tricks.
we'll figure it out,
Yeah.
ladies, so we can look like that.
It was just crazy, but I liked her more with natural makeup. Even Walt said you did pretty even. Like, I feel like it wasn't as obvious that she had ginormous lips when it wasn't lined and glossed and red lipstick, you know?
That's true.
So,
I feel like that's how a lot of people look on the show.
yeah.
In general, I feel like in high school, it happens a lot where girls will pile on the makeup, and then in college, they're a little bit more natural and stuff.
Yeah.
They get out of that phase. But I mean, even me in high school, I'd do like the black eyeliner and like,
Oh my
I don't know.
gosh.
It was bad.
That's funny.
Bad news.
That's
But
funny.
even I was gonna say, even like even like back in like 19, because it's supposed to take place in 1985. Even like back then, everything was just like bigger and like of course
shoulder
the hair,
pads.
Yeah.
shoulder
Hair.
pads, and the hair and the makeup. So I think that has like a lot to do with like the era. And, like,
That's
the
true.
time it's in.
Let's bring it back, guys.
Yeah.
I know,
Do that.
seriously.
I love it. Well, before we move to our next topic, I wanted to quickly bring up iTunes. If you guys are watching this on AfterBuzzTV.com or YouTube, know that you can also check us out on iTunes and listen to our podcast. All you have to do is type in AfterBuzz TV and look up the Carrie Diaries and hit subscribe. Be sure to comment, rate, tell your friends. Let us know how we're doing, any of your predictions, and we'll be sure to get back to you. But be sure to tell your friends and spread the word, because that's how we grow here at AfterBuzz. And we don't just have the Carrie Diaries. We have tons of different shows. So whatever genre or whatever type of shows you like, be sure to check it out and see if we have a podcast for it.
We most probably do.
Yes.
Probably.
Yeah.
We have some great shows, so be sure to check it out. All right, so our next topic, the biggest one, Carrie, what has she been up to in this episode?
Oh my gosh, she's done a lot.
Well, in the beginning, at first I was like, wait, she's back at interview, but it was a dream sequence where
Yeah.
she's just dreaming about it because she misses it so much and she feels like a prisoner at home after her dad caught her. And then she also develops this extreme like worry about her relationship,
Yeah.
and it's completely understandable. I feel like a lot of people in intense relationships that are very serious have gone through a point where they're like, wow, this is so serious. I can get hurt easily.
Yeah.
And she starts realizing that in the beginning of the episode. We see that people at school are calling, what are they calling her?
Kid Shaw.
Kid
Kid
Shaw.
Shaw.
I like it.
I like it too.
Yeah.
It's like a
Brangelina.
celebrity
Yeah.
little nickname. You can see it like on People magazine
Yeah.
or something, you know?
Couple nickname. That's when you know you're serious.
It's legit, yeah.
And he started a tab at the diner
For her
French fries, so she
That's
can
so
just put it
cute.
on his tab all the time. How nice is that? I need someone to set that up for me somewhere.
Well, it goes back to Sex in the City, because she was like obsessed with French fries in Sex in the City. So it's kind of like, you know,
And she's so
always been.
skinny.
I know.
Yeah.
Not
Just have to point
fair.
that out. If I was eating fries all the time, no, wouldn't work. But yeah, she's just really worried about her relationship, and it makes her seem really weird about him the whole episode. She kind of avoids him because he'll be like, "Oh, you're cold. I'll give you my jacket." She's like, "Nope, I have mine. Don't touch me." And
Yeah.
kind of just reacts really weird to him the whole time. And then she has to babysit Dorrit halfway through the episode, and Dorrit's a troublemaker. She has her Sex Pistols jacket.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
she's a badass.
She's ready to go. Get out of the house.
Badass 15-year-old right there. but she's supposed to watch Dorrit and take her to the library, but they end up just hanging out at the house, and Dorrit's upstairs in her room, and she starts making out with Sebastian, who surprisingly just shows up, which is not Carrie's kind of thing. She's very, I'm going to plan it this, and she's trying to be more go with the flow, but she can't handle it because she's kind of a control freak.
Yeah.
And it really showcases Sebastian and Carrie's personalities, I think.
Right. They're kind of different.
They're opposites,
Yeah,
but it might
at
work.
Yeah, this is like the opposites attract type thing. I think it'll work.
I think so too. I was mad when the episode first started though, and they had problems immediately. I was like, they finally got together and they're already gonna break up or something in one episode. I was kind of annoyed with that, but it seems like they're working it out later.
Yeah.
But
it was just funny. I like how Dorrit ended up running away and out the window because Carrie goes up to turn off the music and she realizes she's not there, and Sebastian, being the good little detective that he is, figured out that she's at the hotel because of all the newspapers and the clippings of all that day that she's writing about. And so like Carrie is like, no, I'm just gonna go by myself, and just being, I don't know, girl or what she was going through. It was weird because she put the blame on I want to call him Austin all the time, on Sebastian. Yeah. Because she's like, oh, it's your fault. And he's like, what do you mean it's my fault? I just came over. Like, she was going to run either way. And she's like, no, if you didn't come over, I wouldn't be distracted, like, kissing you. And she wouldn't have run away. I would have been with her at the library and da-da-da. And she's just, like, going off on this poor guy that just wanted to come see his girlfriend, you know? And so, like, she leaves by herself. And she goes to the hotel. And, yes, Sebastian was right. She was there, and I thought it was really cute. Like, when she found Dorrit finally, like, Dorrit comes out, and then, like, you see Sebastian. Like, you first see another, like, guy's legs, and I'm like, great, who'd she find here? And then you see that it's Sebastian, and you're like, oh, my God, that's so sweet. Like, he went and beat her to it, and, like, that was cute. I don't know, I like that little moment.
I feel like Dorrit and Sebastian have really similar personalities, and that's why he knew. Like, he went upstairs, and he saw all this stuff about Sid Vicious and kind of things like that, and all these rock stars and the Sex Pistols, and I think he kind of has a love for that, and Carrie doesn't relate to it at all.
Yeah.
So he was like, oh, she has to be at this hotel, and Carrie's like, oh, she might be on her bicycle riding around, and he's like, no, why would Dorrit be on a bicycle riding around? Like, do you know her, kind of thing?
Well, because Carrie thought that she was going to do a report on the passing of their mother. When she totally decided to do it on like the Sex Pistols, and she didn't know, so that's when she took off, and then they find her, at the Chelsea Hotel.
Yeah, and Austin Butler, Sebastian beats her there, which was funny too, because he was like, oh, Carrie, let's drive together and we'll go there. And she's like, no, it's my responsibility. I'll do it on my own. I just have to go. And then she gets there later. And
he's already found her, been with her, taking care of her.
Out.
Yeah, chilling, making sure she doesn't go off again,
And Dorrit likes him too. Because,
that was a cute moment.
Yeah, he was like, for a pretty boy, he's really cool. And so.
Yeah, it was cute. And then it just cracked me up because, like, he ended up giving them a ride back home because they wanted to get home before the dad did. And he, they're kissing by the car, and Carrie's saying thank you and apologizing. And then Dorrit comes and she's like, ew, gross. Like, she's like a little 5-year-old sometimes, I'm like, you're 15. I'm sure you find guys attractive too,
I'm sure. It's probably just because it's her sister and she wants to be a brat.
Yeah. The little sister syndrome.
And then Carrie and Sebastian talked by the car, which was good because she explained, I'm sorry I freaked out. Sorry, I'm crazy. I'm just really nervous about this relationship because I've lost my mom and I could lose you. I don't want to have to go through the heartache and all that over again. And he just says, I'm scared too. I just don't show it that much, but it's fine. And even Dorrit talked to Carrie saying, like, look, you just need to have fun sometimes.
Yeah, just calm down.
So, like, I think Carrie's character feels the need to replace the mom, so she has to be the mom of the family and be in charge and be perfect all the time. And she also just needs to be a kid and have fun. So hopefully she'll do that a little bit more.
Let loose.
Let loose is right.
Kind of go with the flow.
I know.
Instead of so much planning, because she's always planning.
Yeah. It seems like their relationship's going to work out, though.
I think so. I hope so. I mean, he's really cute, and I hope it works out. They're cute together. They're super sweet.
Except they look like they're siblings.
They do.
incest.
Yeah, they do.
That's what I.
But I
always
mean,
think when I
it's
look
just
at
good
them.
looking, like 2 good looking blonde, blue eyed, you know.
With the same skin tone.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Yeah, it's a good looking couple together.
Yeah.
But whenever they kiss and stuff, I think like, ooh, incest, because they look so much alike to me, and I feel really weird saying that, but it's true.
That's funny. Oh my gosh, that's funny.
Well, speaking about making out and
Oh man,
having some fun, let's talk about Tom.
Tom finally got some fun in what 8, 9 episodes into the season.
After all the girls that he's kind of hit on and met, finally it happens.
Yeah,
And it's really random.
really weird. Yeah,
He's just at the gym and this hot blonde chick with the perfect body comes
yeah.
up and
The jazzercise teacher.
Jazzercise teacher.
Yeah.
Aerobics.
and she's like kind of helping him stretch and
It was-
touching his leg.
Yeah, like he was like stretching, and she's like, "Oh, let me help you." And she gets like so close to him, like they're pretty much touching, like I mean everything. And like she was like, "Oh, I'll help you stretch," and he's like, "Oh no, I'm fine, really. It's okay, you know." And like just kind of like that awkward, like, "Okay, here it goes," you know. And she's like, "Oh, let me show you my office. I'll give you my schedule." And you know, she starts kissing him and doing all
We're
this
like,
stuff.
I'll show you
Yeah.
my
Pretty much what that meant, but yeah, it was.
I think his storyline was the most interesting.
I thought so too.
Especially when they come to like Harlan and when they're playing like the racquetball, and then he's saying, "Oh well, you know, it's just having fun," and then you see Larissa come in, and then
'Cause
we,
she's
like,
been
realize-
hooking up with
right,
his friend.
She's been hooking up with Harlan, which I found to be really funny.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, for weeks. He said we've been checking up for weeks, and I'm like, whoa, they're like,
And it's so funny because Tom's really sensitive about talking about sex. Like, he obviously gets nervous talking about it. And
Yeah.
he's like, what do I do next? And so he goes to talk to Larissa, which is, he's kind of against. He's like, women don't talk about sex kind of thing. And
yeah,
she's like, what are you talking about? We could get jobs. We can have sex.
Yeah.
We can
Yeah.
do whatever we want. We're going to run this world. And it's funny because at that time period in the 80s, that was when, like, women were kind of like, okay, I'm doing this now and
right.
stepping up
Women
the
empowerment.
plate. Yeah, and she is a really good icon for that in this show.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked their scene together because they just hashed it out, kind of like he was kind of saying, I don't want to talk about sex with you. Why would I take advice from you when you
From someone who kidnapped my daughter.
kidnapped my
Right.
daughter? And she's like, I didn't kidnap your daughter. I didn't know she was 16.
Yeah.
I just thought she had a really good dermatologist or
Right.
something. And he just is so, you know, like, I don't want to like this lady. And then she's such a fun person and a warm
It's kind of hard to
person.
not like
Yeah.
her.
You have to love her, I feel
Yeah.
like, even if you're very
Like
serious
against
like
her.
him.
Yeah.
And she just explained to him who Carrie was, because he was like, she wants to be a lawyer. She had this internship. And then she just starts laughing. Carrie Bradshaw, a lawyer? Like, you don't even know your own daughter. She has all these dreams. She's an amazing writer. She is giving so much to this magazine, and she puts in her all, and you're taking her passion away. And so finally he warmed up and let her go back to Manhattan,
Yeah.
which was our
Yeah.
prediction.
Yes.
I'm excited it happened in one episode. I thought maybe they were going to do
Split
a
it in
couple.
two,
Yeah, I
or
thought it was going to take a
something.
lot longer.
Yeah, it was a quick turnaround.
I'm glad because there's a few more episodes left, so you get to see a few more episodes of her working an interview. So
Yeah. How many are there? Are there 13 episodes?
12.
They're 13.
13? 12 or 13?
Okay. I thought it was 12, but
But
I guess it's 13.
her dream came true, and it's funny because they all the things that we predict, I don't expect them to happen as quick. Like, the whole Donna and Walt thing not working out happened immediately this next episode.
Yeah.
Same with Interview Magazine. Like, it was a very quick turnaround
Turnaround.
for all those things to happen and get resolved in one episode. But I think it was supposed to be like there was a couple weeks gone by and then this episode. Did you get that vibe?
Yeah, because Harlan said that they were dating for
a couple
for a few
weeks.
weeks. Yeah.
So there's probably like a couple weeks and then
Yeah.
it's supposed to
Right.
be then, which makes sense because they've been doing all the holiday episodes too. So
Yeah.
it kind of breaks it up because it's been like,
well, now it's after
all that
Valentine's
stuff.
Day.
Yeah.
yeah,
If
It
you
is.
notice, I was going to say Austin now.
Yeah.
Sebastian. If you notice, Sebastian said something like in reference to a Valentine's Day present that he had gotten Carrie.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
So now I guess we're like after.
So it's Halloween, Thanksgiving, Valentine's Day, or like New Year's Club kind of hopped around.
Yeah. I like how they do that, though. It keeps it interesting. We get to see all the, like, big mementos, whereas if it went every day, then you're, like, waiting, like, how many seasons for just a holiday, you know?
Yeah. They have to fast forward a little bit to make it interesting to keep us watching.
Yes.
Do you guys have anything else to say about the whole Tom situation?
I'm just glad he finally, like, is having a little bit of fun and letting loose.
Mm-hmm.
It's about time.
Do you think he's going to keep seeing that girl? Well, he saw her twice in this episode.
He did. He went to her office twice. I don't know. I hope so. I mean, she seems like she's a little bit out there for him, but I think that's what he needs. And, I mean, if not for dating, at least to have a little bit of fun.
I think he needs that, too. And it sounds like his, Carrie's mom was kind of a free spirit and a little bit fun and exciting, and I think that is his type because he's so like
uptight.
He needs that balance and he needs someone really fun, so I'm hoping that kind of turns into something, but it might just be juicy gym hookup for a while.
Right. Hopefully it'll last a few episodes.
Yes. Well, should we move into some predictions?
Let's do it.
And now your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
I think that Sebastian and Carrie are going to be working on their relationship and they're going to have another hurdle soon. That's a boring prediction, but I just don't know where to go with that.
I think that Mouse and West are going to have something going on.
Well, you guys all took my prediction, so I'm just going to go with I think that Tom... Okay, I think that Walt and Donna are going to be gay best friends. Like, that's going to be her gay best friend. And, you know, they're going to go shopping and she's going to, love him. And, well, that's kind of obvious. But I think Tom's going to see this girl. Or if not, like, maybe she'll introduce her to some of her own friends. Mm-hmm. Or maybe, like, she'll go out with Larissa or something and meet some more new people. He needs to have some fun. It's a little long.
Yeah.
And hopefully another prediction is that Maggie will be in the next episode because she wasn't in this one.
Yes. That would be good.
Well, should we move into news and gossip?
Sure.
AfterBuzz TV News.
So I have a couple things, actually. One was, let me see if I can get this. It's somewhere. One was actually SJP kind of turned her liking Carrie Diaries into finding it to be quote-unquote odd, is what she said.
Oh.
She says she thinks that Anna Sophia is a lovely girl, but she finds the show to be odd. I'm not sure what that means. But
That's her only comment? Like, it wasn't
like
that
no
word in a
reasoning?
sentence?
Yeah.
Or
she
like...
doesn't know. She says she's a lovely girl. She wants to feel good about it, but it's odd. So I'm not sure what
Maybe
she's
because
getting
this is
into that.
aimed for younger people, and she's kind of older now, and she's not.
Yeah.
Also, Bennett is going to be back, and hopefully maybe they'll hook up with Walt. So we'll see about that. And
that'd be
then
fun.
we also got a little blinds gossip that I found today. We don't know. Okay, we don't know if it's them or not. But it just around like some of the stuff that it says in the blind gossip.
Rumor has it
that Vanessa Hudgens, it says mostly movie actress, is sick, said she was sick and taking away from her movie press time. She has a new movie coming out. And that her television actor boyfriend, who's kind of like B-, is a new TV show. She actually yelled at him because he apparently was cheating on her with one of his co-stars, and there was extensions pulling out. So I'm thinking maybe Anna Sophia. She wears extensions for the Carrie Diaries.
Extensions get pulled out, it's trouble.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if it's them, but it's kind of like a little rumor going around. So it's a little blind gossip. But
How do you guys feel about them hooking up? Carrie and Sebastian in real life.
I don't know if it's going to be Anna Sophia, though. I feel like it'd be a different girl.
Who else?
If they did, though, I would kind
Yeah.
of like it. Is that
Yeah,
weird?
Yeah.
no, I would like if it was them, but I kind of feel like if anybody in that cast, I feel like it'd be with Donna
Oh, yeah.
because she looks most like Vanessa,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and if that's what his type is, do you know what I mean? Like if his type is brunette,
Makes sense, yeah.
black hair, darker kind of thing,
That's
know,
probably who he'd go
then
after.
that's who he'd go after
Yeah.
in this cast.
I think it's Dorrit. Just kidding.
Oh my god, can you imagine?
How
She's like
weird.
14.
Little kid.
That's funny. So we'll see, and if I hear anything else, then I will definitely let everyone know.
So we'll follow up on that story
Yes.
next week. Well, thank you guys for watching our show so much. My name is Danica Kennedy, and you can find me online on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, my website, Danica Kennedy.
Hey, I'm Anik Dufour, and you can find me on Twitter at justanik and AnikDufour.com.
I'm Annika Michelle, and you can find me on Twitter at Annika_Michelle. My website that's finally up, AnnikaMichelle.com.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.